Hello and welcome back to your Daily Dose of Dominions, turn 59, getting up pretty high up in the turns. Some games would be over by this point. Maybe not bigger games, but alright. Holder of the Windbag has claimed the Throne of Death. I think this is either a mercenary or a random event guy or somebody. Not able to tell who that is who claimed that, but we could go check. There was a battle in Yomi again, and I lost. This is not an insubstantial amount of PD, by the way. This is 83 monkeys, and they lost 2 shades. Chunaris were casting shade in my direction, and it worked. Yo, your monkeys suck. You're right, we do. Meh, run away. Alright, that was a little role play for you guys. I raise a temple. Let's watch these iron pigs in action. I lost one. They killed a good proportion to their number. So that's good, I guess. Fly, my piggies. They don't have a super good combat speed though, and their encumbrance is ridiculous. So, yeah, I really just don't really know what good use for these guys. Well, I guess they did their job, ran away afterward. So, but against mass numbers of guys, that would not do so hot. Unless I got more pigs and they were going up against Skelly Spam. I do actually want to try that idea. That would be pretty cool, I think. So, Kailasa. A second hurricane. Yeah, 2 hurricanes in a row. It's probably an event. Not sure who has the air to be doing this at this point. Humans have been driven off by monkeys. And famine. And I lose 2 scouts in patrolling lands. One of them was on a fort, so that's a bummer. I won't be able to keep track of who has that fort and how much headway Hinam is making, because that's a front that I'm kind of blind to. Finish the fortress in Wold. Wold is where my crystal sorceresses are being recruited, so that's 1 a turn now, and Yomi is under siege. So let's just go ahead and go there. Crystal sorceresses, 1 per turn. I've got the temple up, so I'm recruiting these guys. Let's take a look at them real quick. They have a lance, which is a bonus for a strike, and then a hoof. And they do have a bow, which I always forget and I never really use, but I'm not really using them for that, I think. I use them as tanks, even though they have 10 hit points, since my bless is fortitude and regeneration and magic weapons, so the light lance and hoof will get that against ethereal units. And I just use them as a air force. I need to spam a lot more of them in order for them to be super effective, and they're not really tanky. They have high defense skill, so that's good. But their protection is already pretty low, so if they get hit once, they're dead, basically. So, not really the best tanks. So that's something for me to keep in mind later. Maybe have them shoot people instead. But yeah, that's them. And then these, I don't know if I've actually shown you or not. They also have a 10% chance to get a second astral, so they can be basically air gurus instead of 2 astral nature. They're 2 astral air, so that's cool. They also have a short bow. It's crazy. I do not even read what my units are. Okay, well anyways. That production facility is finally up online. Turn almost 60. From when the beginning of the game I was like, yes, crystal Amazons, I want them immediately, and that took forever. Let's see. No, I think I'm spending my gold on something. I do not know what. Oh, a fort, right. So I'm building another palisades here. So last turn I was recruiting a little hobbit champion so he can build a palisade there, fort that off. But in the meantime, I'm just going straight for Helheim. Hi, he sees me. He's probably like, oh, I wonder where he's going. Right here is where I'm going. You can put all the PD you want in there. I don't think it'll stop this. My PD certainly doesn't stop anything. But I'm going to keep going around and cut this Yomi stack off. Because it's AI, they're going to sit there and do a whole lot of nothing. Even though they can't harm my walls, they're not going to move from there. So I can predictably let them do that and not care. I'm not even breaking the siege. Getting some more Lamias. My gems are not being put to good use at this point, so I could be more efficient with that. But anyways, as you can see, I'm also going crazy with my teleporting. I have scouts all over Helheim at this point. Not that I'm going to see his armies, but I'm going to see his PD. Now this one does say it's very strong and well organized. What do I have to go against that? I have him, and he has pretty limited amount of equipment. He could be holding 4 weapons if I wanted him to be, but I haven't been crafting gear for, thugs or anything like that. So he's just going to have a chainmail of displacement, so his protection isn't 0. And that boosts his defense skill a little bit, but it's still not super hot. So what am I doing with him in terms of scripting? Blessing, so that'll make him a little more tanky. He has actually protection now with the armor and a little bit of hit points, so it could work if he gets hit once or twice. But the whole point is not to have him get hit. Twist Fate, Mist Form, Body Ethereal, Astral Shield. Astral Shield I would probably move up a little bit. He's also not scripted all the way into the back, so that might be less optimal than I could have had it. Because Astral Shield has a chance to basically stun anybody who strikes at him, even if they don't hit. So with Mist Form, Body Ethereal, I could even do at this point Mirror Image, which is basically what all of Helheim's glamorous units have innately. I don't even need Gith of Flight because he has Blink. What else? And he's a Holy 3, so he can do all of this stuff too. I could do Holy Avenger on him. I could just be casting Word of Stone the whole time. So yeah, he can self-buff himself pretty well. And spells, I'm going to just have him not attack because he doesn't really have a weapon, so his greatest strength is actually Mind Burn, Soul Slay, Paralyze, Lightning, even Shockwave. So yeah, that's that. I have him on Conserve Magic use, Magic Gem usage. I don't know exactly how this works because in a lot of cases when I've used it, even though they've had gem generating items for temporary astral gems, the the conserve magic gem usage would not let them use it to do things like celestial music or stuff like that. Let me turn that off and see. No, so usually when you have a gem item, it has the gem show up as sort of like a ghost form gem here. It's not doing that for this, so I wonder if that's intended or a typo, bug, or anything like that. Not sure. But anyways, he's not really good at the punchy kicky stuff, so I'm going to have him hopefully Soul Slay. And that'll just really completely start cutting into his lands. I hope there isn't an invisible army there, but really I just want to have him thinking that I'm moving this way, so that if he does have an army, he counter moves that way, when I actually want to go this way instead, through Bountiful Land. I don't think it really matters. I think I was overthinking it. But if he loses, at least he'll have an avenue of retreat here, assuming I can win this battle, which I do assume. What else? Looks like Aramor took this fort. Good for him. He has lots of skeletons. I'm still recruiting enchantresses. Not getting any fires yet. Fire would allow me to site search and be basically broken into every path except for blood. Because I have the, whatchamacallit, trolls. Troll shamans with death 1. Woohoo. So, yeah, super effective. Then I'm going to go snipe that temple. And that's all. He's still kind of sitting there waiting around for money to build a temple. Putting up GoFundMe posters and stuff like that. It's not working out for him, unfortunately. Move my barbarian back around. I don't really have a good use for him either, so that's sad. But yeah, I am oddly enough kind of money constrained, even though my infrastructure is getting up pretty well into what I want. I'm gonna keep scouting, take a peek there, see how well Niflheim is doing. Niflheim is still alive. They're not dead yet. Let's take a look at the pretenders. Yeah, nobody is dead yet at this point. So even though they're AI, they're still rocking around. The throne of death is Okay, well, now we know. I think that was actually this one, yeah. So this is where my scout was. So that's probably where it is. Could be this one, since that's literally right next to his capital. I think that's all for tonight. Yeah, we're just moving slowly, but apace. Oh, hey, you're making it all the way up here. I wonder if you'll attack me. And then 1, 2, 3 turns, and we'll be on Helheim. And we'll see where we go from there. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.